The new Heated Battle event came out of nowhere fast, so here's a fast guide on a cool KAEYA deck to have fun and compete for those 1,500 coins. Could we at least get a custom card back or something, Hoyoverse? This Super Conduct deck revolves around getting KAEYA's Burst out, utilizing Sarah's skill buffing abilities, and weakening all of the enemy's cards with Super Conduct's AoE and end-phase summons. To achieve this, we run a lot of energy cards and swapping cards. The additional ramp cards are there to help us get in a few attacks and keep up the summons while swapping around. We'll usually open with Sarah to get her skill down, apply Electro, and lead into buffing our other characters in the next round. If Calx's Arts and Liu Su are in the starting hand, swapping to Fischl and then to KAEYA to instantly do his burst on the second round is a viable strategy. Else, going for a slower ramp opening with Paimon or Lieben can lead into a very explosive second round. Starting hands that either have a lot of ramp or a lot of energy are ideal. Having KAEYA's skill card on hand can be valuable to keep him alive, especially since most decks roaming around the event are high damage one-turn kill combo decks. However, while this deck is more for fun, its power can be surprising. So let's go and see how it does. Okay, up against a Melt deck, both running KAEYA, which is pretty rare. You don't see KAEYA too often, but you can understand why. The quick swapping is going to allow him to be very, very deadly. That can be useful, this can be useful. All of this stuff is pretty useful. I don't know if I want that just yet, though. Okay, pizza can be helpful. Do we want to go skill in the KAEYA? There's a lot of ways that we might want to go. So let's figure out what it is we're doing. This is going to really depend on whatever our cards say. Or our dice, rather. And right now, they aren't saying a whole lot that's wonderful. We'll keep the cryo just in case we need it, but... And it looks like we're going to get a lot of cryo, so we should have just went with KAEYA. Yeah, that won't go to Lieben, will it? Maybe we just don't do that, and then just swap anyways, and then use this? Yeah, that might be the better idea. That way we do have things that go to Lieben.
Cool it.
Of course, we are making some pretty hasty decisions here without knowing what our opponent is doing right off the bat. But let's be real, they can't do a whole lot, especially if they're powering up that. So I see where this is likely going. They're going to do that. Probably quick swap. They probably have her skill card in hand, which is why they're doing all of that. I'm going to let all of this go to Lieben, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so they're switching the KAEYA on that. Interesting. Yeah, this should give us a little better for what we need in terms of our dice. It's a lot of Hydro for potentially running Paimon, and I'm willing to take that risk. Again, not entirely sure what they're going for. Some sort of melt, obviously, but... How do we want to do this? We could just do that and then swap to the next person who would take us to Fischl. Not sure if that's necessary as opposed to just swapping to Fischl anyways. Do we want to do that? Yeah, I think we'll still be able to get the Paimon out. And we've got quite a bit of healing, so...
The threads of your fate lie in my hands. By royal decree!
Okay, they've got that. They're just preparing. They're playing the ramp game here.
Freeze!
Placing that down. We too are playing ramp, but we are playing a slightly different ramp than they are. And then with one of these, we should be good to start doing some things. Okay, we've gotten rid of Ganyu's shield, which bought them a good amount of time. We've got Liu Su if we want to go to Sarah. We're still playing the slow game here, and it looks like we've got a good argument for doing so.
With you all the way. Strike!
Okay, they're running that. Maybe we just go for her burst, honestly, and just really get our Electro down.
Freeze.
They have quite a bit going on there. I'm gonna do that, and then this, so that we're not on her when that happens, and then get this out.
Back.
So now we've got quite a bit of Electro going on here. Okay, they've got their free swap, and they're getting ready for what they're doing here. They're gonna go first, so they are gonna go first into a melt, it seems, but it's not like they have pyro resonance. They have cryo resonance, but we are also going to have quite a bit of additional damage going off here. Plus, even when they hit us, we'll be able to heal it back with his skill card, so we just have to get the correct dice. Let's see. That might be good for Fischl. Yeah, they're good. Okay. Not necessary at all.
Will be frozen in time.
So I'm not sure what that was about on their part. They're running quite the interesting thing there.
Freeze.
It seems that we have somewhat of a similar idea in terms of what we're aiming for, except they're using weapons as we're using her. And it is my turn because I ended the round, so we can do the very same trick they're doing.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Except then we can quick swap
With
here.
you all the way.
And also get a kill off.
My contract goes unfulfilled.
Ouch. Now, are they aiming for a kill here too? If so, I'm gonna run on over to
In the name of the
Fischl.
Princess Inn.
And get another kill off on him. Leaving them in quite the rough spot.
I'm not done.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to do 7 in 1, but I could be wrong. I think even with cryo resonance, I don't think that's going to happen. Don't really need any of that. We'll see what Fischl can deal up here, but I do think we've pretty much won this by just swapping and normal attacking at this point. Or just swap into burst. Yeah, they're going for that. We swap and just burst.
With you all the way.
And there we
No
go.
turning back.
So yeah, pretty quick for doing the switcheroony there. Okay, up against an Ito deck. Yeah, this one's gonna be a tough matchup because we are up against more or less a meta deck against a deck that's mostly just for fun in the event, so Gonna be a hard one, but we'll see what we do with it. The heals are nice. I would... Calx's Arts isn't bad in this case. If we go to Sarah Official, we'll run with it. We'll see what happens. I'm not
With you
too
all the way.
concerned here. Well, that's a lot of Hydro we don't need. We're looking more for Electro here, of all kinds. We'll be able to get off a little bit of Electro and then probably let Lieben do his thing, so... place you...
Flash!
Now, what kind of summons are they doing? They doing the big boy summons or the small summon and then swap the Ito for Ushi to get Crystallize out? Or are they going to play it more like how you play, oh, Abyssal summons, okay. Well, they got Hydro, so that, probably doesn't help too much. Or maybe they're just going to do that and then, yeah, they're just going to end for Lieben. So, they're going for that, and that is fine by me. I, too, am going to get the energy
threads of your
down,
fate lie in
then
my
swap for Lieben. We could have went this way to give him that. That may have been better. Who knows? Yeah, you know what? Why not? This will be fun, because then we can just Calx's Arts it right on back, and boom, burst. So we are going to take the Hydro. Not that big of a deal compared to, say, getting hit by Pyro. And we have this after we use our burst. So we've got quite a few interesting things to go down here. We just need to make sure we get the burst off, because we don't actually have a lot to convert things. That is a teensy thing that does need to be considered. And it looks like the dice are not playing kind. So we are going to have to get rid of two of our thing. No, never mind. I forgot. Lieben. Of course we're good. Lieben's coming clutch. How could we forget? They do have the dice advantage, but after all, we kind of just need to swap. So that's what makes this deck fun. You just kind of just need to swap around a little bit. Makes this pretty useful. Are they gonna... Okay, they're gonna swap to him then, do his thing. That's fine. Probably uses, yep, skill. Yeah, and they're gonna try to go for a lot of damage here very early on. No big deal on our part. Certainly he saw that coming. I'm gonna use that, and then this.
Don't get frostbite.
And that again. Yeah, not a lot of damage being done to them, but it's going to start applying elements, and that's the important thing. Fast action there. They're going to start summoning
Water's form is ever changing.
quite a bit, in fact. Do we want to go for Fischl here? Do we just want to go for heals? Probably heals.
I will lead us to victory.
I'm going to start slamming this around quite a bit if we want to. Definitely nothing wrong with it. Could even free swap right on back if we wanted to. Though, again, we might want to save that for in case we need to use things to convert dice. But you know what? Think of the fun.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
The opponent is probably just thinking this is absolutely ridiculous, but that's fine. Again, fun deck. Now, we are kind of out of our energy, if you say. So, we are in a bit of a pickle. And our opponent's going to have plenty of dice next turn. They're going to have, what, at least 11? Because Timmy will go off and give an Omni, then Paimon will give 2. So yeah, they'll have 11 dice. They'll be able to do much. They're really thinking hard on this one. That's fine by me. He gets heals. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to take a bunch of damage here, and that's whatever. I guess they assume that they can maybe just go for a kill on there, maybe. Well, 6 damage. With him, they probably could. Especially if they have energy in hand. But, who says we're necessarily going to do anything with that? Let's see what we've got. We've got Narukami and pizzas. So this is going to be kind of a slow turn. I don't really think I want to stay on Fischl here. That's not really helping a whole lot. Yeah, they're going to be able to do quite a bit. So we're going to have to be careful here. We get a Hydro, which does not help us very much.
I will lead us to victory. Strike!
Again, very low amount of dice for the amount that they have going on. But we also have double pizzas that we can work with, so let's see what they do. And of course, losing a character in the end phase isn't as bad as main phase if they have a lot of dice. So I'm gonna go there. They're just trying to build up burst, maybe? I really think they're just trying to do something with him. They probably have something up their sleeve with there. Maybe Adeptus Temptation plus some sort of energy that is going to get him to 9 and then do 1 right there. So that's something to consider and be somewhat afraid of. Who do we want to do this to? Well, I do think we pizza there just to cause mild a nuisance to them. And then we pizza the Fischl to again cause mild nuisance. We're just being annoying at this point. Also because we didn't really want to have to get rid of our healing to attack. Yeah, so they definitely have something going on here. Elemental skill. Yeah, they can just skill right into the burst, and they have everything they need to go for it. So that's not really something I'm overly concerned with, though. Yeah, and we had already conceded, so it wasn't like that was the end of the world. Well, ended the turn, not conceded. Now we're going to take a few more. Of course, they didn't have the card there, so that is worth mentioning. We've got some energy that we can do, so depending on what goes down here, we might be able to get a burst kill off on the Oceanid. We will need more Electro Dice, and of course we will need to survive. That's also the big thing. If I did that, yeah, that wouldn't be enough. We have to normal attack. We would be a die short without any means of converting. So that's just a matter of what do they have? Do they have a bunch of energy? Maybe. Again, this does mildly amuse me that they are spending so long thinking about this. Deck is not meant to be overly competitive. It's a fun deck. But they're definitely thinking real hard on this. So maybe they just don't have a lot of the cards they need. Or maybe they see what's about to happen and they're predicting that I have energy to burst down the Oceanid. In which case, they probably have some means of protecting the Oceanid, whether it be Lotus Crisps and Swap or, you know, anything else. And now we go for it. Double kill. And that was very, very fun. If only we
This
had
will be
something to
interesting.
freeze with, that would make this literally an insta-kill. Oof, that is so sad if we were one thing short. Oh, man. That is so sad that we don't have that to just make this an instant sweep there. That would have been so beautiful. Okay, what are they gonna do? They could easily win this. Like, I'm not convinced that we are out of this at all. They're gonna get crystallized as well. Again, we can still do 5 with our skill if we just draw the card, but it depends on what they have for heals. And I'm guessing even if they put down a pizza, that alone will be enough. They've got tons of cards. They have to have some healing in there. Oh, it's my turn. Whoops. The poor guy's like, what's he doing? No idea. Yeah, they do have a pizza, so that is going to be annoying. Especially if they have energy to start sweeping here. They have gamblers, which... Okay. Timmy. Yeah, so he's going to be at 5 and have the crystallize, so we're probably not going to be able to one-shot. And he probably has the burst to do the damage. Those weren't the cards that we needed either. Yeah, this is probably over right here, though. But still funny. If we had the dice to do the thing, that would have been definitely a very fun ending to that. Yeah, because he'll have 1 left. And nothing is going to do much about that. No matter what we do, we probably just lose here.
Cool it.
Yeah, look at all the stuff that he has in his hand. He's definitely got something to do 4 damage with Ito. Literally just burst. Okay, he's doing that. Interesting.
Bam!
Will that be enough? Oh my, it actually will. But what if official only does 2? That's, yeah.
Oh, so sorry.
Will that be enough? No idea. Yeah, because they have 1 point of Ushi there. So, maybe this alone works. But I don't know. They might have something up their sleeve here. Okay, they're doing something. Are they going for the burst? They're going for another skill. Okay. What if we just swap? Yeah, we just win by
The
swapping.
threads of your fate lie in my hands.
So, that's actually funny that this deck won. Again, this deck is meant to be a fun deck, but wow, was that wild. I don't even know what to say about that. Very silly match there. But hey, the deck is definitely enjoyable and clearly has some ability in this particular event. Again, probably wouldn't be good outside of this event, but that's why it's made for this.